Una Ali Samuel, mkai mumliwa.
Yeah, take that.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay.
I've taken you.
You've taken me.
Yeah, because I was doing a video.
Yeah.
We'll try through Reverend Max. Reverend Max will make sure that you see the copy. I'll put it on YouTube.
Yes.
Making a tour of the whole Uganda. Something.
Just like a pirate. So when they were designing this place, a priest was in charge, a parish priest, the late Senior Lawrence Mbwega, decided to dig the lake. This is a smaller lake. It was dug basically for mass to be celebrated here whenever there is need for any open air mass, especially on Martyrs Day. So Martyrs Day every year is a public holiday. In Uganda, the bishops and the priests, they go in the basilica, they put on their vestments, they make a procession and go there. In the middle is for bishops and the priests. The excess of the priests they sit behind. This side is for president and all government officials. This side is for the sisters, brothers and the choir. Then the rest of the pilgrims all over. They put speakers on the trees so that people can hear them wherever they are. 3 popes have been here. The first pope to come in Africa came in Uganda. He was here on the 2nd of August 1969. John Paul II was here on the 7th of February 1993. Pope Francis was here on the 28th of November 2015. Those 3 popes. This is the only place in Africa which has been visited by 3 popes because of the Uganda matter. The Christians always come for this water. Daily they come for this water. 22 Catholics were killed. 23 Protestants were killed. The youngest was Kizito, 14 years. The leader was Charles Wanga, 25 years. The oldest was Mulumba, 50 years. The Kabaka who killed these people died a Christian. He was exiled by the British. He went to the Seychelles there in the Indian Ocean. When he was there, they baptized him Daniel. So he became a Christian after killing the first Christian, just like St. Paul. His father, Mutesa, who killed Muslims. Mutesa was opening up a mosque. He invited the Muslims to eat. They said, no, we cannot eat anything which is not slaughtered by a Muslim. All the Muslims refused to eat them. It killed them. The Muslims don't remember them. For them, they say, for us, we make a hijjah to Mecca. Not only that, he killed witch doctors. When Islam came, he said everybody in Uganda should become a Muslim. Witch doctors refused to become Muslims. He killed them. Nobody talks about the witch doctors, but they were killed. Now here I have these things of the Martyrs. I have rosaries of the Martyrs given to me by some sisters to sell for them. They are looking after people who move in wheelchairs. Even the medals of the Uganda Martyrs are here. I sell them. You take any currency. Any currency. 20,000 Uganda money, 5 euros, $8. You take any currency. Okay, these are made of it is like around $6-7 $6. All these, very many.
We can pay by mobile money.
No problem.
Okay. I have some dollars.
So this one's how much?
1,000 Uganda money.
Which is how much in euros?
In euro, it is 5 euros.
No, it's in pounds. It's 5 pounds. 5 euros. In euro is 5 euros. Because I have some euros. So I'll take some for the kids.
I'll take that. As you can see, this is a man-made lake, and water comes from these buildings and is filtered inside, and it goes into the lake. You see, it's under treatment, and that's the footpath at the middle of the lake, where the dignitaries, the bishop and the religious dignitaries trek to the altar. That's the altar, yeah.
Or a 5. So they only take 3. If you're not a good performer, you cannot join there. And then we also have the Uganda Martyrs. We have the St. Chizito Primary School. It's somewhere down there. So on 3rd June, Mass is not said from the Basilica. Reason being the Basilica, it is small. It accommodates only 1,000 people, and on 3rd June, people are more than 1,000. The number strikes up to over 1 million. So the church becomes small, and Mass is then outside. So the sitting arrangement goes: this pavilion here, this is pavilion A. It is only the national delegates that do sit here. The presidents, the VIPs, ministers, and Mama Julius Nyerere. You know Mama Julius Nyerere? Yes, of Tanzania. Annually, they want to make Julius Nyerere a saint. So on every 1st June, they're always praying for his soul from here. And Mama Julius Nyerere, she's always here on 1st June.
So she's still alive?
Yes, she's still alive. Even this year she came. She was here. Yes. And even next year she will be there if God wishes. Yeah, so 1st June she comes here. And then on pavilion 3, that side, that's where the priests, only the priests that do sit there. And you know, in Vatican I, the priest used to face, the back of the priest used to face the audience. But now in Vatican II, that they're sitting, the priest had to face the people, and people had to see him directly, and we're not supposed to see his back. That's why that sitting arrangement is like that. We the congregations are not supposed to see the back of the priest. That's why they are sitting behind. And in the middle there, that is only preserved for the bishops and the main celebrants that is there. So they sit there. That place accommodates 200 people. The middle highland and the island. And then in pavilion C, that side, it is from only the choir members of the diocese presented that year. So you cannot be a choir member at your parish on that year, then you just come and you're like, I'm going to join them, they will not allow you.
Like this one, the things I play drums when the things will come and just exactly.
Yes. So we have masses here, 4 masses every day here, and then on Sunday we have 5 masses. Then, being a national church, very many people do come from different areas on Sundays. The number also goes up. We always receive over to 10,000 visitors on Sunday. So mass can be going on up in the Basilica, and this place we can also have. Remember, Pope Francis opened this church in 2015 when he came. It's the one who opened it. This church, the person who constructed it, it was Rocco Company. It was their first project, by the way, Rocco, to construct that church. It was their first project on continent Africa. So after constructing, they were also given this pavilion. The person who designed this pavilion was a Kenyan. The reason why he qualified, if you take an aerial view photography of this pavilion here, all the bridges make a sign of the cross.
Wow.
So if you see it from up, they make a sign of the cross.
I see.
So that's why he qualified for it. And at the pavilion here, it is also an eco-proof. So ecos are not hard. Yeah. So let's continue.
I started praising him.
People have got ideas.
You wanted to
If I don't have you, how can you do this after you realize this after?
we are lucky it's open.
We carry lock. Can be a bishop.
So the bishop sit there.
Should we continue? Back to the Blessed Virgin Mary. So all the privileges that she enjoyed is because of her son Jesus. If you remove her son Jesus, you'll find it difficult to understand the mysteries of the Blessed Virgin Mary.
Wow. This is it. This is where Mass is said annually on 3rd June.
Haven't I told you that?
So if you look at the bridges from this side to this side and there, they all make a sign of the cross. It's just because today there is no water into the lake because the drinks are. But very soon it will be back.
100%.
Cook bad food for them like today. He would offer himself the following day and be like, I'm done cooking food. And he prepares a well-cooked meal and takes for those prisoners. That's why he is a patron saint to all the prisoners.
Okay.
St. Gonzaga was captured on his way coming from Busoga land to Uganda. But when the person who bought him, his master, he loved him so much because he was so loyal. He was very obedient to him. In fact, he loved him more than his own children. So there is a time the king wanted servants to work in the palace, and his master decided to offer him to the king. And you know, those days, the king is given the best.
Yeah.
You only give the best to the king. So his master gave him as his best to the king. Yeah. He was killed 1 kilometer from here at Kamulilubao. That's where they killed him from. Because their legs were tied. And he came leaping, tired. And then he decided to just sit down and refuse to continue. Then they speared him. These matters, some were speared, others were burned, others were castrated among the Anglicans. Others were beheaded, as we are going to see on these other grottos. These grottos are supposed to be 9 because there were 9 martyrs that didn't reach Namugongo. They were killed on their way to Namugongo. So those are the grottos that we are supposed to see. But we are going to look at less than 9. Reason being, others are still under construction. Yeah, and the person behind the construction was the late Archbishop, Dr. Priyan Ranga, who passed on. And now the other bishop that succeeded him, he's still looking out for means of finishing up the project. So we go also to that one. By the time they reached him, they cut off his legs and hands. They tied him on the tree and left him for the wild dogs to eat him. Noah Magali was killed some 200 kilometers from here, Achinda Mitiana. Today it stands a diocese where they killed him from. Noah Magali did not marry. He refused because he wanted to take care of his aging mother. That's why he refused to get married. And also, he was so industrious. He was a potter. He used to make pots, things made out of clay, handcrafts. That's why he becomes a patron saint to all the technicians, workers, industries, artists, things like that. Down that side, those grottos are not yet complete. That's why I'm not going to take you there. But let me talk about this young man. He was the last martyr to be killed, that one with the panga, Yona Maria Muzei. This one is the same, Gonzaga Gonza.
Okay.
But this one Yona Maria Muzei. Yona Maria Muzei was the last martyr to be killed in 1887. Yona Maria Muzei is a patron saint to all doctors, physicians, gynecologists. Think of anyone in the health sector. He is their patron saint. He one time even treated the king. Took for him medicine and he got cured, healed. He used to treat his friends when they get sick. He would go in the bush, collect local herbs and give them, and then he would treat them. When the king, they had finished persecuting most of the people, the martyrs, the king knew very well that there are some people who are in hiding. Yona Maria was also among them in hiding. So the king decided, he was like, you people get out. We are going to give you women, land, and cattle, and you start a new life. But the friends he was with, they told him the king is lying. In the moment you get out, he's going to kill you. So what he did, he was like, you people, let me go. If I get out and the king gives me land, money, and women, just know I've done it on my own. You people will also follow. But if the king kills me, you should talk about it. So when immediately he got out, the king killed him. And so that's how it becomes a matter.
Yeah. So he served the other people.
He served the
sacrificed.
sacrificed for. Well, no, it was an emergency baptism.
Sorry, how old do you say they were?
23 for Kizito.
2014 was for St. Chizito.
Yes.
St. Chizito was the youngest martyr.
Okay.
And then St. Charles Rwanga was 25 years of age, and he was their leader.
Okay.
He was the leader of the Uganda Martyrs. This is St. Chizito here, and this is St. Charles Rwanga. This photo depicts baptism. They're showing you the act of baptism. Why did St. Charles Rwanga baptize St. Chizito? You all well know that among we Catholics, you're given the authority. If you're baptized, you can baptize another in case of an emergency when the priest is not there. So that's it. Why St. Charles Rwanga baptized St. Chizito? Brother Amos and Father Mompel, they had gone in exile, hiding, and there's no priest to baptize this young man and his colleagues. And they knew at any time they would die. So St. Charles Rwanga was baptized. So he decided to baptize this young man. He baptized 4 of them. He baptized St. Chizito, he baptized St. Imbaga, St. Javira, and Mugaga to Zinde. Immediately after baptizing these young men, after 1 week, they all got killed. Yeah, so this plot is depicting baptism. And there they want to construct a fountain. You know, if baptism is supposed to be there, water is a must. So that is it. They want to construct a fountain, and then later on, the whole meaning of baptism will come out here. Yeah. So let's start from here.
Okay.
And then we go up to those other bottles.
Give in.
And then they left him. They killed him from Old Kampala. St. Matthew Mulumba was one time a Muslim. When the Muslims came in, you well know that the Muslims were the Arabs. They are the first group of people to trek into East Africa. So he converted when they reached Uganda. Later on, when the Church Missionary Society came in 1887, he also converted and became an Anglican, a Protestant. 2 years after, when the white fathers came in, he converted and became a Catholic. Father Laudel taught him catechism, baptized him, and also when he was in the Muslim faith, he had 4 wives. So after the baptism, they advised him to live with 3 wives and remain with 1. Reason being the church preaches monogamy, not polygamy. And on that note, the first holy matrimony that took place on continent Africa was for St. Matthew Mulumba Kalemba. And on that note, he is a patron saint to all married men, families, and chiefs. Yes.
I relate more with him.
Good news, good history.
If he was on social media, he would be having so many followers. Reason being, is a patron saint to all financial institutes, people who want money, people who want to get rich. think of something of money, dealing with money.
Yeah.
You know, and who doesn't want money?
Yeah.
We all want money. So he is a patron saint to financial institutions, banks, accountants. They beheaded him from Owino Market. I won't go back to that story because they told you from that.
Yeah.
They beheaded. Where they killed Saint Balikudembe is the same spot where they killed Saint Antanas Bazekuketa. He was in charge of all the king's treasury. These young men were all working in the palace, by the way. When the gospel came, the gospel started from the palace and then it extended out of the palace. That's why these martyrs were killed very fast because they were all gathered together. Yes. They beheaded him. They used that axe. By the way, the same way they killed Saint Balikudembe is the same way they killed Saint Antanas Bazekuketa. Remember when Balikudembe was killed in 1885? The following year, in 1886, when they reached at Owino Market, Mukajanga, the chief executioner, remembered. He was like, this is where we killed Balikudembe from. Who wants to die like Balikudembe? That's why they killed him like Balikudembe.
Did he opt to do that?
He offered himself. He knew very well that even if I reach Namugongo or not, the end bit of it will be dead. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
The military people, they speared him. When they speared him, Mukajanga joked with people, this man is life. He was like, oh, the first time he speared him, he was like, his body is soft like butter. Let me try and spear again. He speared the second time. This is real butter. The third time. That's it. He's a patron saint to him.
Yeah.
The general.
You don't have a video.
Yeah, the military one. Yeah.
The military.
You stopped.
Nobody should take a photo here. What I said, you can take a video. Only the other person that has to take it
Because it's their own sect. Yeah?
Wow. It is a basilica. And you all well know a basilica, it is an honor given by the Pope. No priest can just wake up in the morning and calls his parish a basilica. It is a title, an honor, meaning the kingdom of God. In Uganda, we have 3 minor basilica. 3 of them. Here, where are you at? But one day, the king went hunting, didn't find meat. On top of that, even his gun fell into the water. So when the gun fell into the water, the king came back, pissed, annoyed, and people were, and you know, whenever you would go hunting, people would be outside the palace waiting for him, to bring meat. So on that day, he didn't have any meat to offer to the people.
And then
And now one witch doctor was also there. It was like, how can the whole king go hunting and
Come back empty-handed.
and coming back empty-handed? Don't you think that the gods of that white man are the bringing calamity? Last time even our shrine was struck by lightning. People are dying in different anonymous ways. Don't you think that their gods are the bringing? So they are trying to poison the king's mind. But as they are still telling him that story, poisoning him, this young man, Dennis Serugwa, were coming from the missionaries' home. And the king questioned. So the king, remember, he was annoyed. When he questioned this young man that, where are you from? And the boy was like, I'm from the missionaries' home. He started torturing him from there. Asking him, what don't we give you from here? What do you want from the white man's home? Huh? Really? And then he started, because he had his own 3 hangers falling off the gun into the water, failing to get meat, and also on several times he wanted for him to use that word as a thing. Musician, choir member, things like that. This is Saint Balikudembe, the first martyr to be killed in 1885 when Bishop Hannington was coming from the eastern route into Uganda here. They told the king not to let him into the Uganda temple because he had used the wrong route. So they killed him from so when they killed him, this body to them, they went and questioned them. Why are they allowed to kill him? Bishop. And then the king was like, who are you to question me? You want to take my kingdom? What do you call yourself? And then he ordered Mukajanga to call and behead him. While they killed him, it was at Owino Market, where they killed Baze Kuketa. I told you, Baze Kuketa and the Bani Kudembe, they met the same kind of death. They were all beheaded, as you see there.
Thank you.
So,
yeah. I'm bored the more we didn't get massive. I do like the two here. Yeah.
If I tongue like that, one piece will not give me.
Why not toilet that?
I have to
Oh, yeah. Now it's already 12 o'clock, right? Heading now, we are heading towards Jinja at the source of the Nile.
So look at the date on that one. Oh, then that is that's where we went there then. Yeah, then that's is how one? Okay. Don't forget to put that twin room for 60,000 in the reverend's name. Then upgrade my for the logo.
Something Martin. Something